In the frozen, razor-sharp peaks, one predator reigns supreme. You know, it's an environment literally designed to kill the weak, and yet there's a creature that has totally mastered it, a silent assassin stalking the shadows of the highest places on Earth. Panthera onchia, the snow leopard, or as ancient mountain lore calls it, the ghost of the mountain. We're talking about an apex predator perfectly sculpted by evolution. It routinely survives temperatures that would literally freeze your blood. It has the explosive power to leap 50 feet across jagged chasms and the sheer strength to hunt down prey 3 times its own size. It's a cat that eats wolves for breakfast. And yet, there's a boundary, a line in the snow that this ultimate predator absolutely will not cross. Because deep in these jagged peaks lives a creature so formidable, so shockingly violent when provoked, that even the ghost of the mountain thinks twice before looking it in the eye. So it begs the question, why does the ultimate predator avoid the specific prey? What actually happens when a desperate leopard makes the fatal mistake of hunting a true monster? Section 1, the ambush predator's dilemma and using gravity as a weapon. Okay, let's dive into this. To understand why the ghost avoids this one specific target, we really have to deconstruct how this cat operates in the death zone. See, snow leopards aren't endurance runners like cheetahs. They don't hunt in packs like lions. They are solitary masters of ambush, and they use the steep Himalayan terrain itself as a weapon. Step 1, they launch from high cliffs. Step 2, they latch onto their prey and drag them down vertical slopes. Step 3, they just let gravity do the killing for them. But here's the critical vulnerability in that whole system. In the wild, an apex predator must constantly calculate risk versus reward. If a prey fights back with lethal force, a single broken leg or a punctured lung means a slow, agonizing death for the cat.
Normally, a snow leopard targets blue sheep, ibex, or argali. These animals are fast and they're built to run. Their biological design is simply to flee. Their instinct is to scatter the second the leopard jumps. But what happens when an animal completely refuses to play the role of the victim? What happens when it doesn't run down the mountain, but stands its ground and fights?
Which brings us to Section 2. Meet the Himalayan Titan, the prehistoric tank. Now, to be clear, we are absolutely not talking about the domestic, docile animals you might see carrying tourist gear. We are talking about the true titan of the cliffs, 2,200 pounds. Just let that mathematical absurdity hang in the thin mountain air for a moment. A lone wild male yak is basically a prehistoric tank. Just consider the terrifying hardware on this creature. Literally 1 ton of pure, dense muscle, bone, and thick fur. A wild yak carries these swept-forward handlebar horns that can grow up to 3 feet long. And yeah, they are razor sharp. Those horns are backed by a neck muscle so incredibly dense, it can flip a heavy boulder with ease. And beneath all of this, specialized hooves designed to anchor directly into the rock. Remember, a sheep's instinct is to scatter. A wild yak's instinct is to turn around, lower that massive head, and charge. Section 3, a mathematical suicide mission, the ghost versus the tank. Now, what's really interesting about this is what actually happens when these two raw forces of nature collide on a steep Himalayan cliff. The visual shock of their weight disparity is just staggering. You have a mature snow leopard weighing anywhere between 70 to 120 pounds, and then the wild yak weighing up to 2,200 pounds. That is nearly 10 times the weight of the apex predator. Sure, if a snow leopard ambushes a baby yak, it has a chance, but a full-grown wild yak, it's a mathematical suicide mission. Think about the snow leopard's primary weapon, that vertical takedown. If a snow leopard leaps onto a yak on a 60-degree cliff face, the yak doesn't trip. Instead, those massive hooves just lock into the rock. And if they both tumble down the mountain together, the snow leopard is the one getting crushed beneath a literal ton of rolling muscle and bone. It is exactly like a house cat trying to tackle a moving car on a steep hill. Researchers have documented those rare, chilling moments where a desperate, starving snow leopard, usually young and inexperienced, makes the awful mistake of targeting a lone yak. Here's the brutal sequence. First, the yak anchors its hooves. Second, it doesn't just defend itself, it goes right on the offensive. Third, it violently stomps and gores the predator. And finally, it literally throws the leopard off the cliffside. It's a total meat grinder. Section 4, a high-altitude truce. Redefining true power.
And this brilliantly illustrates how this dynamic flips absolutely everything we think we know about the food chain. If you look at global predator dynamics, down in the lowlands, lions hunt massive buffalo. Up in the taiga, tigers take down huge elk. But in the extreme altitudes of the Himalayas, the ecosystem forces a respectful truce. The snow leopard avoids the wild yak entirely. It survives by being a ghost, invisible, silent, and highly selective, watching the giant wild yaks from the shadows, knowing full well that one wrong move is its last.
Sometimes true power is just being too tough, too big, and too angry to die. In the harshest environment on Earth, true power isn't always about stealth. It isn't always about sharp teeth or clever ambush tactics. Sometimes it is simply sheer, unstoppable, unbothered mass. So the next time you think of the snow leopard as the undisputed king of the mountains, remember the giant that walks those exact same paths, completely unafraid. The ghost rules the night, but the titan rules the mountain. I'll leave you with this final thought. If you were standing on a 60-degree cliff and you had to face down the ghost of the mountain, would you have the courage to stand your ground? Thanks for checking out this explainer. Stay wild.